Mr. Speaker, as we near Memorial Day, I rise today also to offer some words in commemoration of those who gave their lives in the armed forces of the United States, in particular, 3 sons from the 2nd District of Indiana. This weekend, members of this body will return to our districts and participate in Memorial Day parades and events that are a tradition of American life. People will picnic with their families, barbecue, and watch parades. And people will honor our veterans and pay respects to those service members who died in the line of duty, in places large and small, and in places like South Bend, Plymouth, and Westville, Indiana. Specialist Paul Anderson, an Army reservist from South Bend, Indiana, died in action on October 1st, 2009 by indirect fire from enemy forces. A 24-year veteran of the armed forces, Paul was completing his 2nd tour of duty in Iraq. A 1979 graduate of Buchanan High School just across the line in Michigan, Paul enlisted in the Army Reserves in 1985. After serving his first tour in Iraq, Paul met his future wife, Linda, at the home of a friend. They shared a love of country music, old movies, and strawberry milkshakes. Paul proposed marriage within just a few months, and they were married 3 weeks later. Linda knew what the Army meant to Paul from the very beginning. When he re-enlisted for 6 more years of duty, though, it was only after first seeking her consent. When he asked her how she would feel if he opted to redeploy, she said, "Go ahead. I knew I married an Army man. He's my world, my life, my friend." In November of 2008, Paul served with the 855th Quartermaster Company from South Bend. Paul's mission in Iraq was to provide both shower and laundry services, as well as operating a clothing repair shop, supporting coalition forces based in 10 different locations throughout the Iraqi theater. Without these crucial services that help make life bearable for those fighting far from home, our soldiers would not have been able to perform their duties as ably as they do. Paul will be remembered as a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. As a civilian, Paul worked at a tube and bending company. He loved to tinker with machines and was notorious among family members and friends for going overboard on the Christmas lights every year. He lived a life full of love and joy. Specialist Anderson is survived by his wife, by 6 children, and by 9 grandchildren. Army Staff Sergeant Justin DeCrow of Plymouth, Indiana, died in a tragic shooting at Fort Hood, Texas on November 5th, 2009. After 13 years of extraordinary service to his nation, Justin was taken from his family, friends, and comrades, and he will be forever missed. Justin always wanted to be a soldier. He graduated from Plymouth High School in 1996, and after marrying his high school sweetheart, that spring he enlisted in the United States Army. He answered the call to serve his country because of an unfailing love of America and also the opportunity to make a life for his family in a career like no other. Early on, he performed light vehicle maintenance. In 2000, Justin and his family moved to Evans, Georgia, after he was assigned to nearby Fort Gordon, where he was trained as a satellite operator. He would later go on to work in that capacity in South Korea. Last September, Justin was assigned to the 16th Signal Company at Fort Hood. He had hoped to soon return to Fort Gordon to be with his family. While at Fort Hood, Justin distinguished himself by training new soldiers. He will be remembered by his fellow soldiers as a mentor with an undeniable charm and quick wit, and by friends and family as a loving and devoted father and husband. Justin is survived by his wife of 14 years, Mary Kay, their 13-year-old daughter, Kyla, and 2 proud parents, Daniel DeCrow and Rhonda Thompson. He will be missed by them and by a grateful nation forever in debt to a selfless man's kind heart and deep sense of service. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Joshua Birchfield of Westville, Indiana, died in the Helmand Province, Afghanistan, on February 19, 2010. After almost 2 years of accomplished service, Joshua was killed by small arms fire while on patrol during his first tour of duty in that country. Josh graduated from Westville High School in 2004 and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps on April 18, 2008. He joined the Marines after seeing a TV news segment focused on the hardships that military families endure when they are separated, especially during the holidays. Josh was deeply inspired by those who dedicated their lives in the service of others. He wanted to share that burden they were carrying on behalf of our nation. Lance Corporal Birchfield was stationed in Helmand Province as a rifleman with the 3rd Battalion, 4th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, based in 29 Palms, California. For his service and support in Operation Enduring Freedom, Josh has been decorated many times, earning the Purple Heart, Combat Action Ribbon, National Defense Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, and the NATO Medal. Joshua was a baseball enthusiast, and this coming weekend, I am proud that I will be there as the baseball field in Westville will be renamed in Josh's honor, a living memorial that will remain a place of joy and remembrance for years to come, and we all hope that we can live up to the example that Josh has given to all of us. Joshua was also an inspiring hero to many in the tight-knit Westville community, and he will be remembered as a selfless and compassionate man. He is survived by both parents and sisters, extended family, and many, many friends. We are forever in debt to these 3 great Hoosiers, all patriots in every sense of the word. All brave Americans who have laid down their lives so that we may be safe, so that others might live without fear, and so that our country can remain safe and secure and strong. Let us also remember today those brave Americans who are serving their nation now, here at home and in harm's way in places all around the globe. By choosing to serve their nation in uniform, these sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, are continuing hundreds of years of a tradition of selflessness, excellence, and courage, and protecting the freedoms and values we are blessed to enjoy as citizens of this beloved country. Mr. Speaker, may the House of Representatives always do right by these fine men and their families, and may we never forget the price of freedom and those who have laid their lives down in service to this great nation. I yield back the balance of my time.